Tune in at ubnradio.com.
Toss it up, toss it up, toss it up, toss it up, toss it up. Come on, toss it up, toss it up, toss it up, and toss it up. Hello, America, in the air, yeah. Hey, toss it up, toss it up, toss it up, toss it up. Well, good afternoon and good morning and good night. Woo! Hello, everyone.
Well, happy Thursday, love. How are you? So if you're just tuning into the program, I'm HEIDI SELEXA.
And I'm Audrey Turner.
My dear friend Audrey Turner. And our show is Toss It Up. Wait, let me do it again.
Ooh, toss it up.
Toss it up.
Come on and toss it up.
And I can't sing.
Who cares? It's a
No,
beautiful
do it again.
day.
Do it. I can do it when I'm not thinking about
Well, don't
it.
think, because you know what? And
All right, let me get in the mood.
Here's
All right,
the
go.
trick.
So if you're just tuning in, Audrey Turner is the love of Ike Turner's life. She's his 14th wife. And right,
Yes,
and
I am.
You are the grand love.
The grand love. And then HEIDI SELEXA is a wonderful, famously honored with awards radio personality. Yes, darling.
Oh my God!
Yes.
Sing it up, just sing it up, and
Toss
sing it up.
We're going to toss it up for you
Toss it
today.
up.
We have some post-Valentine's talk, right?
I can't believe I just sang with you, Audrey. You're like Ike Turner picked you out of a crowd when you were like 2, okay? And hear him, toss it up. When I don't think about it, I get there.
You get there when you don't think about
Because
it?
Mother said I was nasal. But we're not going there because we're not having our own reality show yet.
Well, yes,
we're
we are.
teaching singers.
No, we're having our own
Okay, we are.
reality
Okay,
show
but I meant
right
I
here
meant doing
and
the topic
now.
of singing, either naturally
Well, we're
born
doing it right
talented
now.
or scarred as a child. That's all I'm saying. No, I'm kidding.
Scarred as a child.
So-
Speaking of scarred as a child,
Yeah, really.
I have this little thing here, and I'm like,
Oh, dear Lord.
it's turned into a freckle.
Oh God, are you seeing my pimple? Was that? Because I have a pimple. I
Forget
have.
it.
You
No.
guys, I don't get pimples.
Let it go. I
right.
don't see anything.
We're turning the face.
I don't see it.
Okay. All right. So
Happy
go ahead.
post-Valentine
So
world.
what is your little what's your little mark on your face? That's
I don't
want
want to show it because then everybody's gonna like be zooming.
I don't
in,
even notice
looking
it.
at it.
Why do you? I think it looks like it's a beauty mark.
It is.
Everything on you is a beauty mark. I mean, you're just marked with beauty.
Well, thank you. I'm going to take all of that because you are absolutely just gorgeous.
You are
at
too.
birth.
You know what? I was a pretty baby. I showed you my baby pictures.
Yes, you did.
Oh yes.
Yes.
Mhm.
Did they have like a what is this? A most beautiful contest for babies?
Well,
then?
back then they didn't do that.
like
You know
Miss
what?
USA, baby.
My mother would never let me do that. As a matter of fact, I put myself in acting when I was 12.
Yeah?
Got myself a manager and the biggest child agent here in LA. And I lived in Orange County, so my mother was like, "Do I have to keep taking you out of school and driving you up there?"
Yes, Mom, you do.
Yeah, and then so I kept getting callbacks, and she's like, "That's it. They keep thinking you're Hispanic." And that you're 12, but you look 8, but you already have little boobies. So then, like,
you had boobies
yeah,
then?
like I did a McDonald's
here we
commercial,
go.
and they put like a board. It was, no, just tiny little, But
Oh,
when
not
you're
stan-
8, unless you're larger in size, you're not going to have little thingy.
Okay.
You're not going to be wearing the training bra yet, right?
Right.
At that age, you're like, am I ever going to look like mommy?
That's the camquat. What is it? Camquat?
Kumquat.
Kumquat.
Yeah, you got a kumquat. So anyway, we have a
Okay.
phone caller on hold.
Already? He hung up. Oh, they hung up.
Oh, he'll call back.
Yes, they will.
But
I
how are you? I missed
am
you. I haven't seen you for the
fabulous.
last few days.
Yeah, I'm
And
great.
You look awesome.
Thank you.
And I'm sorry I forgot to wear red, even though I told you.
You
We
did.
should do a little post-Valentine's
And we're
Day.
going to do that post-Valentine's Day.
And I'm glad you wore a sweater jacket that you've had in your closet for 13, 12
Did you
years.
tell everyone that I told you that?
I didn't. Well, I just did
I
now.
didn't
and
hear that.
I'm telling you what.
Did I
it
say
looks
that?
fantastic,
Well,
and that's
thank
the
you.
most amazing look.
And it has mink on it since we're talking about
Does it really? Oh
Yes,
my God. Is
baby.
that something that Ike bought you?
Well, we won't talk about that.
Okay, because I'm like,
Girl.
I mean, it still fits you, but back then, was it, was that the thing to
What?
like
What do
have
you
it
mean
look
still
like
fits
it's a
me?
little
It
too,
zips up.
it shrunk in the dryer?
No, I don't. I don't. We send this out, just because my things are like, we send this out. and it zips.
I'm so,
Help.
every day
Look
I
at that.
look in the mirror and
You
I
see that?
say, yeah.
It
Well,
zips.
you know what, dude, Churro from the Love Boat, she's like, hello, boy.
So this is our post-Valentine colors.
Right, here's the thing. Yeah, I'm wearing green. Now, we're on St. Patty's Day,
And I even
so we
have
can
a
be
hat,
pinched.
too, a red
honey.
hat.
Put it on. It looks sexy.
Put it on.
Should I put... Jarvis says,
Should I put it on?
Jarvis says I should be wearing baseball caps instead of heels and sexy clothes.
Would you like to put
He says
it on?
I should be a tomboy with pigtails and a baseball cap and like a softball shirt, right? And like knee pads and cleats walking around.
This is actually...
That's what...
And cleats. Oh, that's but sexy. This is actually a Lions and Bears hat from Mari Milano's collection.
I like that.
Very hot collection.
Where can you get it at?
Well, it's coming out soon, so I will let everybody know.
We'll toss it up.
Yeah.
And toss it up. So anyway,
Host.
by the way, I've somehow got into the topic since we're talking about all these crazy new reality shows out.
Okay.
And if you're listening, please feel free to call in. The number should be on the screen, but just in case you're listening or you're audible or you're in the other room and you can't see it,
What is that
it's
number?
just area code 323. All you have to do is remember it's the standard LA area code 323. Well, 213 was LA, but then everyone
But it's
came
just
here.
323.
323. But some people type, 322 or something.
But if you give them
233.
323, they're going to type 323.
I'm saying, I know, but what if they're only remembering it and
Well,
they have
you
too
know
much on their
what?
mind and they can't remember everything at once? Like you can't remember phone numbers now because you program into your phone, so people start shooting numbers at you when you're out there doing the laundry and trying to field the calls. You
These
can't
numbers.
remember what somebody else is saying to you over here because you're focused on what you're doing there.
People, if you can't remember this number, that means you won't be able to talk to us.
We're going to do a thing where we do a virtual reality thing, and out of our cleavage will be our numbers.
Give that number out.
323-284-7826. Now, here's how you remember it. 323, and then remember the next set of numbers is all even numbers. So you go 2, and most people would say 246 or 264.
Now you're
skimply,
confusing the
you
caller.
know, you skimply skip over 6, and you go 284.
Okay.
Okay, and then you go 7-8, which is an even 7-8. 7-8, and you go back to the even numbers 2-6.
7826.
So basically, the only odd numbers in the second part of the number is 7.
So it's 323-284-7826.
Okay, I didn't practice my warm-ups today with my mouth because Audrey did not send me the song, our new theme song, which, by the way, is so fresh off the press. It's a little,
static
It's
clean.
overmodulated, but it's not quite compressed. So we do have a phone caller. UPS Studios.
Wow. Well, I want to talk some post-Valentine.
Yeah. So here's
Let's
the
talk
deal.
about who didn't make it through the Valentines, who broke up. Okay, I have Taylor Swift and Calvin Harris.
Well,
Let me tell you
I
why
love
they broke up.
Okay, I know. Go ahead. Tell
There
this
was
story.
a compatibility issue. They were together for 1 year. You would think after being together a year, you would know, or even 3 months, 2 months.
That's not true.
A week. Really? Honey, I can feel it if I'm compatible.
I know, but guess why?
What?
There could be that one deal breaker that this person hides from you
Okay,
and doesn't come out.
takes a whole year
and
to
maybe
find out.
they don't even know that they actually have that deal breaker. But continue on.
Okay, so
Miss
Johnny Depp,
Psychologist.
whom I love.
Oh, I love Johnny.
I love me some Johnny Depp and Amber Heard.
They've been problems for a while.
Problems, honey. They had domestic violence issues. Well, he claims, sorry, RIP. His mother passed away, and so it brought out this rage. I don't know. I love you, Johnny Depp. Get it together. We love you.
That's interesting because there are times when something in your life, things happen that
break
are
you
so
down.
intense that you can't even, like, everything will bother you.
Yeah.
However, there are certain boundaries
not
and lines.
fight.
Yeah.
Just be a lover.
Yeah.
And then we have Iggy Azalea, and Nick Young of the Lakers. Okay, this is what happened. Nick's team, the Lakers.
Does that surprise you with any sports player?
Not
Okay,
at
go
all.
ahead.
Well, they actually leaked a video out saying with Nick Young saying that he cheated. So they leaked this out. Iggy heard about it, and she was livid, and it was over. But then he asked her to come back, and they got back together. But icky, ew, it was an icky feeling that she was
Isn't
having.
that funny that naturally comes out of your mouth because
Icky.
you're speaking of something? But
So Iggy also discovered through their home surveillance cameras, through the footage, honey, that Nick Young was bringing women home while she was out of town on tour.
he didn't.
is
No, he didn't.
so over.
Do you have any idea how awful of a person that they are, the darkness inside of somebody who's married to a woman and does that. It's bad enough that you're cheating, let alone bring them into your home, and it's multiple women.
And she's out of town, but they weren't married.
Doesn't matter.
I know. I'm
That's
not
somebody's
saying
home. Your home is your sanctuary.
It is.
When somebody that you're opened up with so much and you're connected to and you're in a relationship with, no matter your problems, when you cross those boundaries, that's your sanctuary. It's like somebody coming in. Yeah. My brother's like, you shouldn't let anybody in your apartment. That's your sanctuary, Heidi, up here. This is what you're doing. You're doing your radio shows. You're acting.
You need your
Nobody peace. Should be coming into your
Just
environment.
Good energy. Okay, so dig this.
Thank you for the sage the other day.
Oh, you are sweet. Sage that place.
Oh
didn't
yeah,
we?
but there was good energy in there.
Yes, we
Jarvis
the
smelled
light
it.
Was there? Did you, Jarvis?
I saged the night before, and they came over, and he's like, I said, does it still smell like sage? Because I burned the entire sage bush that you gave me.
The entire.
Well,
it was
I
a
did
big bush. It was like Moses behind the bush when Jesus, honey, the fire came up, baby. And it was like, don't come near that. Because if you do, this is holy ground. So now people, oh, don't play. Oh, Jesus. Listen, I am serious. I'm excited, and that's why I'm cheering.
There's no grass left
That's
anymore.
Why I'm
I
laughing,
burned it all the way down.
Yeah, that was sage. Was like when Moses, honey, lit that bush, and you
But I have never.
It.
Let me tell you something.
It's
I have
real.
never had
It's real.
sage
I love
burn.
you, Jesus.
I have never had sage burn like that. Like it completely burned. Like nothing I could do could put it
I know
out.
it feels so good in there.
No, I just felt like I was being protected.
You were. The light was there.
Yeah, like nothing I could do. I put water on it, and it still starts sparkling and firing.
I'm going to have to give Holly Berry some of that sage because listen to this.
Did Holly?
She admits that she feels guilty and responsible over 3 failed marriages.
Well, she should because she picked the wrong men.
No,
I'm not saying she should feel this way. That was harsh. That's not what I'm saying.
No, I get it.
But she neglected herself, and so a sense, of course, of course she's going to feel guilty because she's going to say, I'm a smart enough woman. I have done this with my life and my career, but yet I keep making the wrong choices. Is there a phone call? You can just yell at us,
Well,
Jarvis.
wait a minute.
You know what I mean? We should be smart enough to know.
Yes, we should be smart enough to know, but you never know because when you get that thing,
they
and
lie
you're
to you.
You're loving this chemistry, and you're loving this sex. Let's just say the sex. You love it. You get turned on. You forget all the wrong things that he's doing, leaving his toothbrush on the floor, like not picking up behind himself. So her main focus now is on the kids.
But what is she saying? What is she saying? I feel like guilty.
She feels guilty, but she doesn't even want to talk about. Well,
those are her feelings.
Those are her personal feelings.
Like for whatever
but
reason,
I'll tell
she's
you something.
probably saying I'm smart enough to know better.
She's good enough and smart enough to know better. But I'll tell you what. Her main focus is now on the children.
Yay, that's always
and
great.
She's gonna live her life according to what's best for the kids. You go, Holly Berry.
See, Angelina
Yes,
Jolie
girl.
has made an influence on people because that was her thing for leaving Brad Pitt.
And he's so fine. And I love you, Brad. But you know, there are things between Brad Pitt and Angelina that we don't know about.
Well, yeah, but I'm having even a hard time following it. Like, who has custody? Who is it? Like, I'm like...
Well, they're going to both have custody. I'm just assuming that they're going to both have it. But Pitt moved on. Guess who he's dating? Goldie Hawn's daughter. What's her name?
No, he's not.
Yes, he
Kate
is.
Hudson?
Yes, honey.
Wow, he went back to a
And
blonde.
I think she's meeting the kids.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Wait, whoa. I just was in the Rite Aid last night, and I didn't see that on the tabloids.
You didn't?
Well, I thought all the tabloids were
my
true.
telepathic energy. I'm feeling like... Did
Kate
I pick
Hudson?
that up from somewhere?
That is really interesting.
Is that Goldie Hawn's daughter?
No, okay, yes, it is, and she's lovely. She has like the quirky mouth like
She's
Katie.
so cute.
I don't think. I mean, I'm the Goldie. I don't think anybody's close to Goldie, even if you're her daughter.
I love her.
Except
She's gorgeous.
me. Whenever people would say, describe yourself as like, what is your combination? I'm like, well, Goldie Hawn. Mixed with, Stalker Channing.
Stalker Channing?
I said stalker.
Stalker.
But I'm not. I always do that joke.
And
Stalker
I have
Channing.
one more post.
Okay, we're not done yet.
I have
Okay,
one
fine.
more post, Valentine, and I love you.
Which one?
Papoose and Remy Ma of Love and Hip Hop New York because he loves this woman. He gives her all this big-hearted love. So...
You know what's good about that show?
What?
Is it? I feel like it's one of the more real shows.
It is very
and you're
real.
having like
Very
people
real.
on the show that I don't feel like this is actually sketched out. And I do feel like the fact that there's a rapper who loves this woman this much in a society where, like, if you're a ball player,
It's a good example.
Hence, what we
They're showing good examples.
Iggy. Just kidding.
I know. Oh, I forgot to mention
What?
Waka, Flocka, and Tammy Revere. Well, they're back together officially because apparently Waka Flocka had done some cheating and some slipping and creeping, but he made a vow and he asked the Lord. He prayed to the Lord to give him strength to be a better husband. Kudos to them. Toss that up.
I think I want to toss that one down, okay?
What?
I'm sorry. I'm just feeling like you got to look at the man. If he's cheating on you, you can take him back, and that's great drama, and that's great, wonderful, and that makes you feel good because you know what? You don't want to lose, but you have to wake up and face the fact. Are they cheating on you again, or how bad was it?
No, I don't think Waka Flocka would cheat again. It was just an experience.
It was an experience.
But listen, she's standing by her man. She don't care what the naysayers say. She's going to stay with Waka Flocka. You stay with that fine man, girl. He is asking for strength from the Lord, and anybody who asks for strength,
oh, you know what? You're right.
from the Lord, honey, they're going to get it. It's going to be beautiful. Love to you.
If you love the Lord, I read the book of Job yesterday.
Did you?
Out of the blue, I'm like, oh, I'm so upset. What did I read? And I just felt First
get that
Corinthians
strength
and
from
book of
Job.
or in First Job, and I was like, oh, and I read, and that's long. I didn't realize. I was like, okay, wait, when is this? I'm still reading. but I was really into it.
And I bet you had a good sleep. Yes.
No, I did it in the morning.
Oh, well, thank the Lord. It's
until
a new day.
noon. And then I said, oh, well, I hope people don't start calling me because I haven't quite jumped in the shower and I just needed a moment and I was like, and I feel like you're
Jesus
right.
first.
If you actually ask and say, you know what? I don't like this part about myself, or, I don't want to do this. Please give me the strength. I get that. Give them a chance.
Yes.
But if you have somebody who's just dark and never actually owns up to whatever.
Get away from them quickly.
So you got to draw that line. You know what? You're right. You got to draw that line.
Yes. Did we have a caller?
Jarvis? No, because they hung up.
Oh, because we're yapping.
People are doing
honey.
the little chat thingy. But I can't see
What
that.
are they doing? I can't see that.
It's way too small.
Neither can- me
Sorry.
too.
You know what? Just call in the phone number 323-284-7826. Speaking of reality shows.
323. Yes.
Was that too fast? Okay, let me do it slower. 323-284-7826.
That was beautiful.
The only odd number you need to remember out of the second half of the number after the area code is 7. That's what I was trying to say.
Okay. If
That's
we
how you
can
remember
just
phone
once
numbers.
get this from you.
I'm really smart.
You are a genius.
I have a photographic memory.
223
284.
284-7826.
Sing it.
Now, what were you going to say about the...
Well, I looked up. I've been somehow interested going, I always thought a lot of these people on reality shows, there's a lot of shows that the idea is just great.
Yeah.
But somehow it veers off, right?
Okay.
And I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that people, when they get a little bit of fame, and they're not doing it from acting, because these writers will write ideas, or they'll know what's going on, and they'll be like, just make sure you add this one issue or whatever.
And the reality
and then
TV,
the
you're
scripted.
saying?
The reason why it's scripted and not scripted is there's so much room for improv and just being real, but they usually work it around topics, right?
And their
issues.
lives, topics
But they're
and
real issues.
in
Now,
their
they may over escalate. And also, these two people, like the guy cheating on the woman, or the woman cheating on the guy, or the gold digger, whatever the scenario is, right? The best friend takes the other
husband,
best friend,
the
whatever,
friend, the girl,
or
guy.
the husband, that can happen
the
too.
girl.
Yeah, there you go. So, but what I'm saying is that they'll say, okay, let's just go as far as we can go and make this as ugly as we can make it.
Yeah.
And also, the two people that are involved, they may be hiding stuff, and these people are seeing it, and they're actually bringing the realness out. But that's why they'll say it's scripted, because they're like, this person's ignoring or in denial about that.
They lead them to the water.
They lead them to the water.
Like, you know how you lead the horse, but you can't make the horse drink? Well, they lead these people to the water, and they drink that Kool-Aid.
So then I go like this. Why are these people, so many of them have fallen off? And also, to me, like, I'm all about the craft and about acting and about doing what you're really supposed to do.
Right.
So to me, people who just want to be famous, that's a difficult thing. That's like somebody coming into high school, if we can go back to that far, and saying, I'm going to rule the school. And they're just so mean and nasty to everyone. But reality check, and they're really insecure underneath, and they're not as good as they, appear to be or whatever. But they're just living this image, right? So that's why they fall, and then they end up spending all the money they made just from that short period of time they were on the reality show. Or like Bethany Frankel, she's got a lot of money because I saw
Well,
that.
some of them do really good, responsible things. They help their community when they make the money.
Some of them, yeah.
They help their family, like their mothers, their
Well,
sisters,
who wouldn't
their
do that?
brothers.
If you don't help your family,
Yeah,
Yeah, right?
So
You
some
have
of them
to.
really open up a lot of doors for other people.
yeah, that's
think.
true. That's true. There
They-
you go.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's like a vehicle for them to be successful.
There
and
you go.
So they use that platform
Exactly.
to help other people.
Exactly. But there are some people who are in that, and we all know in that scenario, and they
Yes.
can't handle, they get 1 second of fame or
Well,
1 second of
yes.
this. They just can't handle it because that's not what they're used to.
Right.
That's not their life. Like, they're not somebody who actually was born into this thing where it was just kind of in your
Well,
DNA.
here's the thing. It's not just with reality show people.
It's
It's
with
with
everywhere.
real actors, too.
But the thing with
Some
real
of-
actors
what
is
is
if not all the time, but most of the time, they
Yeah.
do have some form of talent, and they are on the same, like a path that's going to lead them to where their journey in life. So if you can book a TV show as a regular series, or do, you're a child actor, most likely you actually do have something.
Well, what do you think about those people who are naturally gifted and talented, and they get on this reality show, and bam, they're living their life because they were born to do it?
That's right.
They're even better than some people who have been trained for like decades.
Kelly Clarkson, she was amazing.
They're like, and then
Yeah.
the guy who did, oh gosh, what is this movie? It's on the tip of my tongue. He's big. He used chocolate handsome. He used to be a construction worker, and he.
Are you talking about one of the Bachelor shows?
No, he unfortunately he's ripped. He's gone. But he used to be a construction worker. He
Okay.
used to go.
Was it one of the house shows, the one that fixed up the
No,
houses?
he was in a major movie. Seed. What is this thing? The Seed. He blew something out, and all this beautiful sparkles came out. He's a big guy, like 6'9".
I have no. What year was it? I don't know who you're talking about, but I
Oh,
get it.
gosh.
Well, what about those guys? No, I think that's terrific.
He used to be date Omarosa. Who is this guy? Michael Clark Duncan. Okay, he used to be a construction worker. But let me tell you, that movie that he
doesn't have
played
anything to do
in.
with- yeah.
Do you know the name of the movie too, Jarvis?
It's not Moonlight, is it? No, that was one of my
The big
favorite movies.
movie where he blew all this Green Mile, honey. This man was so talented. He should have won, like, I don't know, lots of Oscars and what have you. He was amazing. He was a construction worker. So what I'm saying is that he didn't pop out. It was in his heart.
Okay, but Audrey, sweetie, that's like a small percentage of the amount of people who are actually on a reality show.
Well,
Where there's talent. Okay, I'm
That's
saying
okay.
that a lot of these people, I'm going to get mad.
get mad.
I'm going to get mad.
Go ahead.
I'm
do
saying
your
a lot
thing.
of these people are wannabes, and by that I mean that they just want to be rich and famous, and they don't care. This Snooki, I'm sorry.
Well, there's some
But that's the majority of the shows.
But I know I was just bringing a point out, honey. We shouldn't be getting mad.
I'm not mad.
You said I'm about to get mad.
I'm trying because I get what you're saying. I get that there's certain there's
Yes.
different types of
Yeah,
reality shows,
yeah.
but most likely, if you're on like a Desperate Housewives show or whatever,
What do you think?
or did I say Desperate Housewives? Yeah, yeah. I'm saying most likely, talent is not your core
No,
of who
I
you
get
are in
that.
your
I
craft.
get
It's
that.
about you want to be rich and famous and special and more pretty than the neighbor.
I
You want to
get
have a better
that.
husband and a better marriage, and you want to be this and this and this.
Yes.
And underneath, they're also unhappy because nobody's following their heart and who they really are and being authentic to themselves.
Well, I think at that point
read the Book of Job.
they do
I'm
need to
just
read
saying.
Job. I think at that
I'm
point they
just
don't
like,
even care.
whoa, like
They
that's
just wanna
so
be
accurate
seen.
with like how somebody just falls. But a lot of the time, I'm not saying all the time, I'm just saying some of the time, these people
is
are actually
serious.
on the wrong path for the wrong reasons and they can't handle it.
Well, you know why they're
Because
on
that's
the
not what
path?
they're ever used to. They're not used to that lifestyle.
For the wrong reasons, because they don't know their path. And so the first jump that they have to
Exactly.
be on that screen is like, maybe this is my path.
No, you read the Book of Job.
I've read the book of Job, darling. I've read from Genesis, honey, from when he said, let there be light. Bam, and there was light.
There you go. And then let there be
Reality.
water.
Let there be reality.
I almost said let there be sun, but that's light. And then I almost said let there be moon. And then I went, wait, that's darkness. but
the
not
moon
darkness.
lights up the darkness.
Oh my God, the moon is amazing.
So beautiful, right?
It's been lately. So by the way, we're in California if you're just tuning into the program, and everyone's like, I can't drive anywhere tomorrow. We're supposed to get a huge flood. And I'm like,
I love floods.
and I'm like, wow, like people in like the Midwest, they have these like snowstorms, blizzards like crazy. And they're like, you know what? It may take me a few hours, but I'll be there.
I'll make it. I'll be with you.
So then we get like rain and people are like, oh, God.
Let me clarify something. I think I said I love floods, but I don't love floods. I like the rain.
Yeah.
It's so cleansing.
So flood me with more of your love.
Oh, yes.
But anyway, I was looking up the stars prices, like how much people make and who's the most reality.
Okay, let's talk about that.
No, but you were going to flood me with your love some more. I was just.
We're done with that love making. Well, no,
I didn't mean to interrupt you. I was trying to say go ahead because after I want to talk with you about, but I forgot to say the word after, so it sounded. I just, I cut corners.
Yeah, that's all right. We cut that corner. Well, we were just talking post Valentine's, and I was just talking about the people who broke up, and the last couples made up, like Waka, Flocka, and Tammy, and Papoose and Mamoose and Mama.
Mama who?
Remy Ma and Papoose. They're the best couples, and there's a lot more good couples.
She's the Atlanta one, right? Isn't she the housewife in Atlanta, or is she the hip hop New York?
That's New York.
Oh, God,
that's New York.
Following the names.
It's New York.
I'm really trying to catch up with you here. I just want you to know, if you're just tuning into the program, Audrey Turner loves the reality shows. I will leave. Sometimes she'd be like, just sit down, girl, and watch Housewives of Atlanta.
Have a cup of tea with me.
Yeah, and she's like, have a cup of tea. I'm like, no, I think I need to go work out. I'm not. And so now she's getting me into these shows, and I'll tell you why I'm terrified of having to go too deep. Because sometimes I like the topics and I get into it.
It's
and
addicting.
I know that you can watch, if they're on Netflix or anywhere where you can watch multiple episodes back to back.
Oh, right.
Oh, goodness, man, you can get addicted. And that's the problem. You have to balance your addictions.
Yes.
Because you know what these some of them, I'm not going to say all.
Okay.
But it's like a trash tabloid, but in your face with voices. You know what I mean? Really, if you think about it, it's like flipping the pages.
In your face with voices.
Yeah, I mean, it's like a 3D alive National Enquirer when you're in the grocery store line. You start flipping through it, and then you got to buy it. Then you just spent $3.45, and then you go, oh my God, there's one over there that doesn't have this information. I need that one. So like when I started on the radio before the internet.
Yes.
Oh my God, I had so many magazines, and I would just sit there and look through them, and I'd be like, oh, and then I'm like, no, that's not true. But I knew it wasn't all true because I grew up in this area.
Okay.
But you still get addicted, so you have to balance your addiction.
It's almost like you got to push it away.
But the one I was getting really addicted to was the Hoarder one.
The Hoarder. Oh, my. That is scary.
Well, that is frightening because you have, and this is all true stuff. It's not like what any of these housewives at Beverly Hills or Atlanta, there are those real issues.
Yes,
real
it's
issues.
Psychological. It's like they have mental chemical imbalance. Right. They're afraid to let go, but they're hoarding all this stuff that they've had.
Like a gum wrapper. Gum wrapper from when they were like 5.
An old pizza.
Oh my God. An old pizza that somebody,
maybe shoes that they had when they were 12.
Oh God. And then it's just piled and piled and piled and piled and piled. And you're like, oh my God, how do you even think this is how you're supposed to live? But they get so caught up.
Yeah.
But then you go to the extreme. Like this is why I think reality shows are good.
Okay.
It's like they're documentaries in real life. In a sense.
People look back and they reflect and they go, wow, what would I have done different if I would have handled this situation different?
Yeah, right.
Why didn't I know he was cheating on me with a stripper?
Right. How could you not see the signs?
How could you not see the signs?
Or start like seeing one sign and start leading to another because you don't want to admit it, or you do, but you're like, no.
Oh, yeah.
I did that. Yeah.
Did you do that?
Oh, yeah, with my ex-fiance. I was like, God, he really can't be.
Right.
Really? No.
Yeah.
And then I would say stuff, and then he would have such a big fit that I would just...
Make you feel guilty. That's what he tried to do.
Yeah, but I also would stop talking about it for a minute.
Yeah.
Like the rest of the day, and then the next day it would come up again. Because I realized, okay, I don't want to flare him up anymore. And maybe he needs to calm down, and maybe he needs
to go home.
But whenever somebody gets freaking freaked out, when you not even accuse them, but when you bring up something and they just go off the handle and start like everything, they're so loud, they're usually guilty. They're trying to make you feel bad, so they don't accept the responsibility.
When they become defensive, defensive, it's because they have something to hide.
Right. But this is why the reality shows are so great, because it does help people understand, oh my God, I dated someone who was, my ex-husband did that or whatever. And then you start waking up and going, oh, I see the signs.
Yes.
And so it brings a highlight to stuff. Like, I'll be honest with you.
What?
I know someone who's a hoarder, but very minimal. Just somebody,
really?
just you know, I think
just
the
minimal.
Person is just tired. He doesn't have time.
That's lazy.
You know, he's a great job. No, he has a great job. He works around the clock. He has children. He's a wonderful man. But, you know, the Costco boxes just pile up in the garage.
Oh, that's just plumb lazy.
Because he's just somebody who likes to have boxes he thinks might someday fit somewhere, or you can put nails in, or store something.
Yes.
So you just throw them in the corner, because some of those Costco boxes are really great boxes.
You think so?
Exactly.
With the stain, like with the liquid stuff in the bottom?
No.
I don't think
I'm
that
saying
they're
the
all
shape
that
of them.
good.
But there are some people who will actually save stuff just because they think I could use it one day. Now, is that hoarding?
That is hoarding.
Because
And
my
speaking of
father
hoarding-
always said to me, would you actually have to throw something away just because it's bothering you right now, and then in a week you're going to want it and have
I
to go
do that.
rebuy it?
I'm like, Daddy, I'm throwing it all away.
And then he gives you more
Bye.
money, and then
And you go get something new.
or you go get something that's very similar to it.
Yeah.
A
I
week
hate
later.
Yeah, I don't like hoard. I can't breathe. It's like peel
but then
me.
you're wasting money.
No, honey, if you have stuff that's been in your room for like a month and you don't touch it, let's take it 2 years. If you're not going to use that dress or wear that dress in 2 years, give it away.
Well, I get that.
If you're not going to remember who that card was from, rip it up. Like, tear that
Right,
card
but what if you
up.
have things that you might need to use someday that cost money? That's why I get the hoarder's mentality,
Okay.
but it never goes that far.
Okay,
I'm not a hoarder.
I'm not a hoarder either. And the way I feel about a hoarder is send them to a psychiatrist.
Well, that's why they don't. They should bring them on the show.
Oh, maybe we will.
That hoarder show I love. But
Listen,
go ahead.
I love Celebrity Apprentice. Celebrity Apprentice.
You know what?
The
I
new
get
host, Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Mm-hmm.
He had some major, beautiful cast. He had
Arnie.
Corny Keegan. He had Carson Chrisley. Oh, I love Carson. He is such a character. Portia Williams from the ATL Housewives, and he had Layla Ali, baby.
All right.
Layla Ali, Muhammad Ali's daughter. Okay, and a slew of other great cast. And the two that were in challenging each other for the win.
It's right there. Yeah, the two names.
Okay, that's
Yeah,
fine. I'm right here, and it's right there.
Okay.
And we're here. And well, they were, thank you, baby. And they were challenging each other. It was Boy George and Matt Eisman.
Oh, that's a great combination.
Yeah, it was great.
Was
And
it a cat fight or was it a nice
It
fight?
was a nice gentleman's fight.
Oh.
Well, their challenge was to host a party, do an ad campaign, and host a variety show. Well, I'll tell you.
Okay.
And to raise a lot of money between the two of them.
But they can do that because that's what George has been doing. Boy George has been doing his whole life.
Oh my gosh, it was.
You just combine your talents
You
in different
combine
areas.
your talents, and so what is it? Matt Eisman is from. He was hosting a reality show, like some warrior reality show. And
You have his photo up there, Jarvis?
And of course, we know who Boy George. Okay. What he hosted, lots of talent all over the world.
I'll tell you, I know he did, and I love Boy George. He's also on the Beverly Hills Housewives.
Yes.
The Housewives of Beverly Hills.
Right.
Am I even saying
he
that right?
He makes that show happen.
Well,
Yes,
you know
he
what?
did.
I love him. I think he's exceptionally talented, and I think that he's grown into probably 80-70% of the best man or adult male that he could be.
Man?
He's a little bitchy still, though. Sometimes.
Because he's, that's his thing. He likes to bitch. But
I
Well, we
know.
know what Boy George. He's who he is, honey. He's with the LGBT.
But I think the fact that Boy George is still going so strong after
Yes.
all the years and criticism, when he really has a lot of talent.
yeah, he does.
He's so talented.
Well, we all get criticized.
But I think he's great for that. So anyone who can keep going.
Yeah, so they raised almost $1 million between the two of them
Oh, they
for
did
their
See?
charity.
How much time was given to them?
What? Probably less than an hour to raise this money.
It was less than an hour?
I'm assuming. And so Boy George raised $925.
Call all your friends.
Yes, honey, but Matt Eisman raised $573,329.
Well, look at him. Look at his face. All you have to do.
Matt.
He's like, ladies, and they're like, okay, well, how
Yes.
much? Here's my checkbook, honey. Because you know what? I'll tell you what.
What?
Older women who find, because he's attractive.
handsome. He's very
God,
a
look
big,
at that
tall
smile.
hunk of
he's,
milk.
He's very handsome. Look at those dimples.
Yeah, he's a cutie patootie.
So most attractive older women are gonna, kick
the
him.
young women like him too.
Yeah, but they're gonna kick him some more money,
Well,
and then
what?
because women give up money easier
Caitlyn-
than men do.
Caitlyn Jenner.
So you got to play for the sides. It's a
Caitlyn
manipulation
Jenner
thing.
brought Boy George $90,000.
That's so nice.
She stepped in there, honey, with her check, baby.
That's
like
really
at
great.
the very last minute. So they both put on these extravagant variety shows.
Has Boy George been on the Kardashians?
I don't think so. So they both put on these shows, right? Like, so Matt Eisman's show, he got up and did some comedy, and he talked about his charity, which is Arthritis Foundation. He's had rheumatoid arthritis through his body, so he has a love for that. He's been healed. I mean, his body reacted to the medicine, but now he wants to help others. So all that money that he's got.
Okay, so all right, your
he'll
point
give back.
is that it's
My
a great show, and that some reality shows have great purpose, and that I shouldn't be so negative and give.
And-
so I should give more of myself to watching the shows.
Well, maybe you should, whatever makes you happy, and you're going to feel happy that you did it. And then Boy George's charity is Save the Kids.
Okay, I love that.
Now, at the end of Boy George's variety show, because he got up and sang, and he brought another beautiful singer on, honey, Portia Williams got the governor, Arnold Schwarzenegger, up, honey, and he was rocking it.
Oh yeah, you
And
know
he
it.
was dancing to the party.
Oh yeah,
and it was amazing.
Woohoo! Yeah, you know what I
Yes.
mean.
Arnold
They were
Schwarzenegger,
of
honey,
course,
he turned
honey,
that party out.
He
danced.
is a fun
He's
guy.
a real team player.
I hear he is a team player.
He's a team player. Now, he was torn because both of these guys were such great fighters. They get up and they win their task.
So, would you play those the sunglass song, the George Clinton song, or the little Jarvis did a rap. I was
Did he?
Yeah. Oh, wow, yippee,
Dance. Do it.
Woo!
Work it, Governor.
Oh,
Dance
you
at
hit
that
it, Arnie.
party.
Oh, yeah.
Do it. Do it.
Arnie.
Do it.
Hi, Arnie. Arnie. Ruff, rougher. Arnie, and Arnie.
Yes.
Hit it, boy. Arnie.
that party. Yes, dance. So
Arnie.
I think
I'm just
that
thinking-
was so amazing to see the governor just partying with everyone. So he had a decision to make.
What was the decision
The
between
winner
the two?
is. Well,
tell
George,
me.
you worked so hard and you ran a wonderful campaign and it was just fabulous. And I think that you did a major job. And who could have done it better than you?
But you said his name first, so the person that they say it to first is the one that doesn't win. That's how you know who
So
the winner is.
winner was Matt Eisman.
Woo! Hit it, boy.
Hit it,
Matt.
boy. Matt,
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Hey.
Oh, dimples.
Go,
Oh,
Matt.
dimples.
Go,
Woo!
Matt.
And go, Matt. Go, Matt.
Apprentice.
Go, Matt.
Apprentice.
Go, Matt.
Celebrity
Go, Matt.
apprentice.
Go, Matt. Woo! Go, Matt.
Yes.
Matt. Here's my checkbook. Sorry.
I'm used to saying, hand me your checkbook, baby. And you're talking about, here's my checkbook. Honey.
Well, that's what the girls do. He raised that amount of money in an hour. What do you think they were thinking? Think they're just going to give it away to him just because they think he's a great guy and they're supporting his natural talent and energy? It's like, no, he's doing a great thing, but I want to hit that later.
Here's my checkbook, baby.
That's
I'll be
what
on
they were
Celebrity,
saying.
Celebrity Apprentice and I'll be saying, give me your checkbook, daddies.
Daddies.
Give me your checkbook, baby, for my cause.
But don't
for my cause.
But don't expect me to like you like Ike unless you're better than Ike.
And that's impossible.
Right?
Yeah, okay.
So I don't know
There's
if
only
I mean,
one.
are we just going to get
There's
married
only
because we're
one.
best friends and we're so picky?
We can be married.
Apparently we can.
Yeah.
And I would trust you with my checkbook.
Would you? Because I would run like hell with that checkbook.
Oh, you bitch. Oh, you did not. She did not
Yes.
say no. No, she didn't.
I would. I'll take that checkbook, honey.
Where's George Clinton? Because I'm going to tell him where you can go bark
I
down
would
what tree,
run
okay?
with that checkbook, baby.
dear.
Run
Well, you
with
know,
that checkbook.
And it would be hiding right in the cleavage. I'm saying she'd be like, I don't know. I don't have your checkbook. You can't go down there. I didn't say you touch me. You know
I
how
didn't touch you?
No, I'm just saying that, women could hide stuff down there and then men can't feel them
like
up.
I had a bottle of water down here yesterday.
No, you could put somebody's money. You could pickpocket a man.
My sister and I went hiking, and I was so thirsty. And I pulled out a bottle. Oh, this thing is cold. And Audrey doesn't like cold, baby. I put out a bottle of water and drank it down as I was coming down that hill.
You guys went hiking without me.
I'm sorry, you were asleep.
Oh, dear
okay.
Lord.
Yeah, you
Anyway, I know I sleep in a little
So
bit.
the winner of Celebrity Apprentice 2017 is Matt Eisman.
Woo!
Yay!
You go hit it, boy. Well, apparently he might have to now.
That was really cool.
To beat Boy George, because,
Yeah, Boy George is a big personality.
Oh, yes, he is. Not just in everything he's done,
He's
but
major.
He's very talented.
And I love Carson Chrisley. I really do.
I still think Matt's prettier than Boy George.
I think Matt is handsome, and I think Boy George is pretty.
So anyway, your next point.
My point is, Boy George doesn't want to be handsome. He wants to be pretty.
Okay, so he's pretty. Whatever.
Okay.
You know what? He could be our best friend.
I have a pet peeve.
You could marry your gay best friend.
Yes, you could. And then they wouldn't be your best friend because you'd start shit and you'd be fussing. I have a pet peeve.
You can't have my checkbook. I thought I could turn you straight.
I have a pet peeve. And then I want to tell Jarvis how handsome he looks today.
All right, what's your pet peeve? We have like 2 minutes left.
I have a pet peeve. Peeve. Well, you were getting mad, and you know I love you. You said, I'm about to get mad.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, be sorry.
I sometimes
And
get
and then, you called me something that is not on my birth certificate.
I did not say
you
it.
did. And I don't, most of the time I tell people, you bitch. No, you didn't call me sweetie.
Did I say sweetie?
Yeah. I mean, that's my pet peeve. Listen up, world. Don't call Audrey Turner
but
sweetie.
what was it in regards?
Because I don't do sweetie.
I'm sorry.
I do Audrey Turner. Audrey Madison Turner. It's on my birth certificate
I
paper.
usually call you Sweet Pea.
That's okay. That's my little name. That's
I know,
my
but
beautiful
I just
name as a child. But you were so fucking mad that you called me sweetie. And that's what women do when they get mad. And I love you. Apologize. Give me a kiss.
I apologize that
Give
I called
me
you
a
sweetie.
kiss.
I know that it's a subconscious.
I'm reaching out to you.
It's a passive aggressive name that says you're annoying me right
reaching
now,
out to you.
sweetie. I love you, but you're bothering me right now. I can't talk on the phone, and I can't. It's not that I love you, but oh, sweetie.
We made up because I was mad.
But what was it in regards to? I don't remember.
I don't either. It's over. I love you more.
But I have to remember so I don't do it again.
You won't. Because I never. Oh,
What
my
did she
God.
say? I don't
You have
even know.
lips all over the side of your face.
Well, that's from well,
Come here.
Sorry, Ike. Audrey's now a lesbian because there's her
Let
lips
me
on my
fix
face.
that.
Don't touch my pimple.
I won't.
By
I
the
don't
way,
even see a pimple.
you're going to pop that later today for me.
Let me set that
Dear
bottom
Lord,
down, honey.
I'm telling you what, I don't get
that
pimples, and
bottom
I'm proud
down,
of myself because it makes me feel like I'm going to stay young forever.
Oh, it's beautiful. You have lots of
I have lots of vivaciousness.
vivaciousness.
Okay, anyway, back to us.
Back to us, right?
Jarvis, hi, you're so
Jarvis.
handsome. And that's not my favorite color on you, but it's still really hot
I
and
think
sexy
he looks,
and hip.
Yeah, well, that is a sexy color because it's one of the chakra colors. We talked about
We
this
talked
prior.
about this, but it's a little
It's like an orange.
But let me tell. No, it's not an orange.
It's mustard.
It's a mustard
It's
yellow.
close enough to
I think
orange.
orange yellow would be just a little slight kick of orange under it. Really, just bring out those
I wanna know.
cheekbones. But your lips look fabulous
cheekbones
in it,
are
and your
out.
nose. Actually, you
His
see
lips?
the highlight of the yellow shirt on your nose, and so it actually can work. I'm
He's
just
shining
saying,
like a
I
star,
like the
baby.
dark blue and the green. This is our reality show. Audrey and I are going to be analyzing men and telling about colors, and this is how you do
I'm
it.
going to be analyzing them and telling them about their
This
checkbook.
is well, because I don't know that it's hidden in my cleavage. Okay, you can't touch me down there. I need a little more money. A little more.
Honey, keep it high.
Is your cash liquid?
The higher
or
your okay.
is it in gold?
Is
or-
it liquid?
do you have diamonds available for me, or do you have some cash I can just?
Or do you have just plain old love? I'll accept you. Well, just loving me. Not.
Oh, see, I would. That's where
Would you?
That's where I'm stupid.
you're
Yeah,
amazing.
I would probably marry somebody that I was super in love with that was super poor broke and a
Oh.
completely different background than me. Then I know we're hurrying. Who's the show after us? Who are they? Could I promote him? Have them come in. They can just cross promote.
Well,
with
I'd
us.
like to say thank you for stopping and tuning in to Audrey Turner and
HEIDI SELEXA.
and we
Are.
had a good time.
Oh, and that's
Yes,
why you want
a
to come
good
back
time.
and toss it up.
A good time.
And toss it up.
Toss it up.
Toss it up.
Toss it up.
Toss it up. Toss it up. Toss it up. Toss it up. Toss it up. Toss it up.
Toss it up.
Toss it up.
Come on, toss it up.
And toss it up.
Yeah, toss it up.
Oh yeah, in the air. Oh.
Toss it up.
Toss it up.
Toss it up.
Toss it up.
Come on, toss it up.
Toss it up.
Yeah,
Toss it up. Toss it up. Toss it up. Toss it up. Woo!
Toss it up.
Bring on.